Todd Richards.
Hi again, everyone. The St. Vincent volleyball team playing for its first state championship today in St. Joseph. Now, they've been there 2 other times. Could they get it done this time? Well, the match actually started about 2 hours later than expected due to the other games running long. So here's an update. St. Vincent, so far so good. They lead Herman 22-17 in the first set, and we'll have all the highlights, hopefully talking about a state championship tonight on Heartland Sports. So how about this team? Our second Heartland volleyball team heading the state, talking about the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders. Man, they deserve that hero send-off. Saxony is making its first ever trip to the Final Four, and the Crusaders plan on making the most of that journey to St. Joseph.
We're a small team, having 11 on our roster, but I think they each bring some unique qualities, some unique talents, and I think when you put it all together, it's what has made us successful.
All right, more reaction from Saxony Lutheran tonight on Heartland Sports. The Crusaders open up semifinal play tomorrow at 2 o'clock against Mount Vernon. All right, SEMO women's basketball playing their home opener against Evansville. Ton of elementary schoolers out there. What a great atmosphere. And Lexi McCulley says, I like that atmosphere. She drives and she scores. She had 16 points. That's how you do it. Man, look at that crowd. Meanwhile, Evansville, they would actually lead Avery Kelly at the break, but SEMO would regroup in the second half. Would they ever, right? Let's go. Carmen Taylor to her twin sister, Charmin Taylor, knocking down the three, and they scored 29, the Red Hawks, in the fourth period. They win 71-66, first win of the season.